Hey guys, my name is Tennp0. I play professional Fortnite for FaZe Clan, and welcome to the training room. Today we'll be going over some basic strategies of aggressive play in Fortnite. There are three main things that I put into my own aggressive play. The first one would be the Tennp0 Classic. A lot of people know what the Tennp0 Classic is. It's basically just playing as aggressive, close range as possible to finish or defeat the enemy. The reason why the Tennp0 Classic works so well is because in a build fight, I will always find it the situation where I can pop into their 1x1, which is just a box in Fortnite. And when they're turning around, I somehow put myself in a position where it makes the ramp or anything they place yellow, which means that I can shoot through it, I can walk through it, and they just don't expect it. I always hit them for really hard with my pump shotgun, and at that point, if they want to fight back, if they miss, they are at a disadvantage. The second one would be to drop high ground sometimes to trade in some damage. Most people think that high ground in Fortnite is the biggest thing. They will always be ramping up, trying to take high. Some people don't cover up their backs and stuff, and I will find that opening and I will drop my high ground, pump them for minimal to maximum damage, which would be like around 10 to like maybe 100 something damage, which will rip off their shields. If you were to pump someone for at least 50 and they don't have a big pot and you're still 200 max health, you will be put at that advantage. And if you can retake high, you are put in like a situation where you can win. The third main strategy for my aggressive play is low ground peeking. A lot of people don't low ground peek but are starting to do it now. People high ground sometimes like to over peek with their whole body, half of their body showing. And when they do that, you can just hit them for 50 to 80 from the bottom and it will put you at an advantage. A lot of these things are hard to grasp and or get a visual image of to fully understand what I'm trying to say. So I'll show you some clips and show you exactly what I mean so that you can practice. All right, let's just jump right into it. So here's the Tennp0 Classic in this little clip that we have. We're basically farming. And I think we hear someone right about now building, and we meet up about right here. He puts down his ramp and I immediately assume that he's going to put a ramp over me. So when you meet up, he's gonna put the ramp over. My head's gonna be sticking into his ramp, which makes the build not solidified. In this clip right here, that's exactly what happened. My head is basically sticking into the floor. He doesn't know it, and I pop through it and I shoot him and he doesn't know what's going on. Which is basically the Tennp0 Classic, and he dies. So the Tennp0 Classic, again, is just named after me because I do it all the time to any other pro player. I get in their face, go through their builds, shoot them with a good aim, and at the end they're put in a situation where they're going to lose. That's basically the Tennp0 Classic. In this clip, it's a short old clip that shows me dropping high ground instead of just editing the top floor that most people would do. For me, I drop down the high. In midair, I pump the guy for damage, and you can see that I immediately start building back up, and I will show you the clip. Right here, I'm axing the wall. I edit right here. Right here, it shows that this floor is mine, so I could have just opened up the floor and shot him, but I'm so used to dropping down high sometimes to trade damage and coming back up that I instead drop down, flick him, and he dies. Here's the clip again. I'm gonna show it once and I'm gonna show it back in slow mode just in case you guys didn't catch on to what was happening. So I'm axing the floor. This floor is mine. I could have edited, but I dropped down, traded damage, and flicked. To slow it down now, the flick happened really, really fast. So I'm axing the wall here. I take over the floor. He goes right under me, right here. Right about now, he's right here. I could have just opened up the floor and shot him, which would have made my life a lot easier, but my habit of dropping down to shoot some damage to take high again was what I did. Right here, I drop. I still see him. And here is the flick in kind of slow mode. I see him on the corner of my eye, I flick right there, and not even looking at him anymore. Already I have the hit markers, and I'm looking away, and he dies. And I immediately build back for high for the loot. So in this clip, I drop down and shoot him. You can actually shoot, if your flick is fast enough, you can shoot and catch yourself by the time you land the shot, and you can try to build back up. You can see I pull out the floor. I wasn't really thinking of it because the enemy was defeated. But if he had not died right there, if I had gotten a hit marker and only some damage, I would have tried to catch myself with the flat and immediately start building back up. This is the final thing that I'm going to show you guys. It's the low ground peeking. When someone has high ground and they always try to peek, over peek, shoot you, do some type of thing to make your game harder to win. In this clip, he is spamming rockets at me. I need to move to zone in 25 seconds. I see that he is over peeking me with his, right here I see that every time he shoots his AR, in my brain I already processed that he will peek that much. So what you do, you pre-aim the spot that he will peek. It's very risky because if you miss, you take damage instead. But for me, he goes right into the same place and I take him out. If you don't have a sniper, you could have just waited for him to peek and shoot, and you would just challenge his bloom, take the fight, which is really risky. You should probably not do it, but in that situation where he holds you, when you have to move to zone, you're just gonna have to take him out. All three of these strategies are very aggressive, but at the end of the day, for these three strategies to work, you really have to just be smart with it. For example, just another clip right here, I show you that I use my brain. I am 23 HP, he has I hit him for about like 20 to 30. I'm in a very, very bad situation. So as a smart player, you just want to see like what, in each situation with these strategies, what can you do to kind of outsmart your opponent. For this situation, I just pop a mini to bait him to shoot, and then I finish him because he broke my wall. So being aggressive is nice, but the key thing is you're smart with these aggressive tips. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something and use these strategies in your future games of Fortnite. To see more videos like these, go to the training room website. There will be a link in the description below. That's it from me. FaZe up and peace out.